All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say, call Halayam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so what I want to get into this lesson, all right, in this lesson today, all right, is the Great Civil War. The very great civil war that's getting ready to take place here in America, man. The very great chaos, all right? The very great uproars, all right? The very great race wars and race riots that's getting ready to take place here in America, man. All right? And we've been prophesying and we've been telling you this is getting ready to happen and it's going to come, man. All right? For years and years, man. We've been telling you that great chaos, all right, is getting ready to pop off in these streets, man. The streets of America, man. All right? You got the uproars of the people that's happening right now because why? All right, the ICE agents are killing people. All right, now you got people rising up, walking around with ARs. All right, so-called Black Panthers are coming out, rising up with ARs, man. Talking about, I wish an ICE agent would try to shoot me and kill me. All right, the scriptures say that Judah is a crouched lion, and who shall rouse him up? All right, and then you got Donald Trump talking about invoking the Insurrection Act. All right, which is going into martial law and all of that, man. All right, and that's also scriptural. All right. So we've been warning you and telling you that very great chaos and civil war on a very high and great and grand scale was getting ready to pop off, man. And now you see it actually happening, man. You see these things coming to pass, man. All right, and we're going to get into the scriptures and prove it because this is all prophecy, man. All right, but I want to show you a video, man. All right, to let you know what's going on and what's happening, man. This is what's happening right now, man. All right, because, if you don't live under a rock, you had that ICE agent that killed that woman in Minnesota. So now the people are in an uproar. All right, and that's also scripture. The uproars of the people in the world. That's one of the last days prophecies, man. That's one of the signs of the times. All right, the uproars of the people. Uproars are happening all over this world, not just here in America. You got the uproars and the protests that's going on in Iran right now. All right, governments are falling and collapsing. All around the world, man. All right, so you got this so-called Black Panther Party, all right, at an ICE protest in Philly. This is what's going on in Philly right now, man. All right, so I'm gonna play this video real quick so you see what's happening. All right, great chaos, all right, is getting ready to pop off in these streets. All right, and a lot of people, you 2/3 are getting ready to get caught up in this chaos, in this madness, man. See the type of hell and pain and chaos, all right, and misery and mourning and death that's about to pop off in these streets of America. All right, is going to be on a very high and great and grand scale, man. You people are going to be afraid. Civil war is about to pop off on another level that you people can't even fathom or wrap around your head, man. All right, and that also goes into the time of Jacob's trouble as well. All right, there's getting ready to be a very great time of trouble, a very great time of trouble. All right, that's getting ready to fall upon you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, you Israelites. All right, a time of trouble that this earth has never seen before. All right, And it's Esau Edom that's creating this chaos, order ab chaos. So he could come behind it with order ab chaos, order added chaos, man. He creates the chaos to come behind it with order. All right? And that's why you got Donald Trump talking about he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act, right? And that's also scriptural, all right? Because the scriptures talk about there's going to be a great insurrection, all right, going into the martial law. You know? All right? So it says right here, you know, you got Donald Trump. You know, you got his social media, Donald Trump got his own social media platform that's like Twitter, all right, which is known as X now, right? And this is what he tweeted, man. This is what he posted. It says, if the corrupt politicians of Minnesota, this is 4 hours ago, all right? If the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE, all right, who are only doing their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, you know, which is going into that martial law, right? Which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place that once great state. All right, thank you for your attention and of this matter. And we go into this prophecy, right? You know, there shall be a great insurrection, you know. All right, but let me play you this video real quick to show you what's going on. All right, Civil War is getting ready to pop off. We've been telling you, man. All right. Chaos is getting ready to run rampant in these streets, and you people are not going to know what to do, man. All right?
No ICE agent ever run up on me.
Let me hide the volume real quick.
No ICE agent ever run up on me.
And this man looked like Jake, looked like you know, he possibly he a Judite, man, right? All right, the scriptures say, who shall rouse Judah up? Judah is a lion's whelp. He's a crouched lion, even as an old lion. And who shall rouse him up? Esau gonna rouse him up. Right? But that's systematically done, all right?
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't.
See, you got Jake now running around with the ARs, man. All right? The scriptures say, one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. Whoo.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and
see what's going on, right? Uproars of the people. All right, the people are in uproar. Look what's going on. All these they're protesting in the uproar. All right. We living in the last seconds, the last nanoseconds. All right? And you people don't even know what's going on, man. You people are too busy paying attention to sports, still trying to become rappers, making something of yourselves, not even knowing what's going on around you, what's happening around you. You don't even see that, bro. You 2/3 have no eye salve.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public.
You see? So great civil war getting ready to pop off, bro. All right, the scriptures talk about, what's that, Isaiah 19? I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right? Let's get that real quick, all right? And then we going to get 2nd Esdras, all right? All right? Let's get that, all right? What's that, Isaiah 19, right? Isaiah 19. All right, let's pop it off real quick. All right, message. All right, as you see, all right, the title for Isaiah 19 is Message to Egypt. This Egypt is not talking about literal Egypt. It's talking about America, because in the Bible, America is also known as Egypt. All right, in the Bible, America is known as Egypt. It's known as Babylon. It's known as Assyria. It's known as Sodom. All right. So message to Egypt, message to America, Babylon. All right. So Isaiah 19 and 1. All right. The burden of Egypt. Yeah. The burden of Egypt. A very great burden is getting ready to fall upon Egypt, America. All right. A very great burden. All right. What's that burden? All right. The Lord is ripping America from the inside out. And then he's going to drown it with nuclear fire, with nuclear destruction. All right? That's the burden that's getting ready to come upon Egypt, America. The burden of Egypt. The Lord is destroying this place, about to set it on fire. All right? You can see America falling right before your eyes. All right? The average lifespan of an empire is 250 years. And America is what? It came upon that 250 years. Right? So America's about to fall, man. And it will fall according to prophecy. All right? Whether you like it or not, believe it or not, whether you like it or not, believe it or not, America is going to fall and be destroyed. All right? The burden of Egypt, which is America. All right? The burden of Egypt, all right, which is all this chaos and hell, this pain and misery and suffering, this famine that's about to pop off, the martial law and civil war and race wars and race riots that's about to pop off, that's the burden that's falling upon this place. All right? The dollar collapsing, right? And the nuclear missiles that's going to drown this place, America. That's the burden. All right. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. That cloud is talking about a chariot. All right. Because when Yahushua comes back with the angels, he's coming upon a chariot with this, which is what this world calls a UFO. All right. With this current world calls a UFO. That's that cloud, that swift cloud. All right. That's going to destroy this place. All right. Those chariots with this world calls a UFO. All right. Is going to destroy this place simultaneously with the nuclear missiles. All right. It says the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, America. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. Yeah, all the false idols, the false gods are going to be moved at the Lord's presence, man. All because it's going to be known. All right. You know, that Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is the only power, man. All right, and all these false gods you people worship, you're going to realize that's all they have ever been was false gods, because they're not going to be able to help you and save you during this time of burden and chaos that's getting ready to fall upon America, that is falling upon America. All right, but it's going to be a time that is going to be, listen, you're going to know that a higher power, all right, which is Yahweh, all right, that is doing this and bringing all this chaos, and all these other gods can't help you. These idols and these false gods you people worship, they're not going to help you. You're going to be calling upon them and you're not going to receive any help. All right. It says the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt, which is America, shall melt in the midst of it. All right. And that's what's getting ready to come upon America. America is literally going to melt. All right. Because it's going to be swallowed and engulfed by nuclear fire. All right. Completely shrouded in thermonuclear destruction. All right. This is the whole point. Verse 2, Isaiah 19 and 2. All right. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Civil war. All right. The Lord is going to set the Americans against the Americans. All right. Great civil war is coming. right, is getting ready to pop off. You see it happening, man. And it's all being done systematically by the elites. All right, that ICE agent, all right, you know, got orders from on high to kill somebody. All right? Because the whole point is to create order at that was systematically done on purpose, man, to create chaos, to come behind it with order. What's that order? The Insurrection Act, martial law. All right, Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. All right, civil war. All right, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, that's the Lord. As the Lord said, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and the spirit of Egypt, America, the spirit of Egypt shall fail. Yeah. All right, the heart of this place, the spirit of this place is done. You can feel the spirit of America is done, is over with. It's finished. This place is done. There's no happiness or mirth, all right, in this place you call America anymore, man. People don't walk around happy with a smile on their face. All right, even you know, these wicked and vile holidays these people celebrate. They don't celebrate and get happy for around the holidays and for these holidays anymore, because the spirit of this place is fallen, man. People don't walk around joyful anymore. All right, you know, with this inflation popping off, we didn't even reach hyperinflation yet. Wait till hyperinflation pops off. Right? It's so hard for people to live. All right? This place is done. The spirit of this place is gone, man. This is a third world country. America is the real third world world country, man. Third world country. It's funny how America calls these other places, you know, these other countries third world countries, when they're the ones that's really living in happiness and they're eating real food. But somehow they're a third world country. Their food is not poisoned with insecticides, all right, with herbicides, right? They're not eating garbage, right? But they're the third world country. Get the hell out of here, man. This place is done. America is finished, all right? And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And you see it, you see it happening before your eyes, right? All right, and it says, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols. Yeah, well, amidst all this chaos, right? Amidst all this chaos and hell and death and famine and misery and suffering and mourning that's getting ready to come upon America, amidst all this civil war, race wars and race riots, martial law, right? The people are going to seek to their idols, their false gods, right? And they're not going to get any answers, right? They shall seek to their idols, right? Because people are going to be looking for answers amongst all this chaos and hell that's popping off. People are going to be looking for answers, but they're not going to find it. Like the scriptures say, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, but they shall not be able to find it. All right? It says, and they shall seek to their idols. Yeah, they're going to seek to their false gods. They're going to be praying to all the false gods. They're going to be calling upon their false gods, right? And they shall seek to their idols and to their charmers. Yeah, the people that do, you know, the people that charm, you know, all these people that do like tarot reading and palm readings, right? These so-called what are they called? Damn, I forgot what they're called. You know, people that like to call on like spirits and stuff. All right, These people are going to be calling out, they're going to be calling upon their fake gods, trying to do their witchcraft and tarot reading and right? When the Lord brings all this chaos. But like the scriptures say, all right, all these idols, right? The idols of Egypt shall be moved at the Lord's presence, man. All right, they're gonna when they try to call upon their false gods and do their witchcraft, the tarot card reading, the spirit mediums and all that. This is what I was looking for. Spirit mediums, right? They're charmers, right? All right, they're none of that shit is gonna work. All right, it's not gonna work. All right, because all that shit is bullshit anyway, and they're gonna realize that, man, in these last days and times, man. All right, they're gonna be moved at the presence of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, and they shall seek to their idols and to their charms, and to them that have familiar spirits. Yeah, these people that do witchcraft, these spirit mediums. All right, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. All right. All these people that do witchcraft and spirit mediums and tarot cards and call upon demons and shit like that. All right, that's what they're going to be doing in these last days, right? All right, but none of that is going to work. None of that is going to work. All right, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof, man. All right, this is what's getting ready to fall upon America. All right, the Lord said, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, and you see that happening right now. You see this as I've been playing this video, man. Judah's being roused up. Judah being you Negroes. All right, you so-called Negroes here in America. All right, the one you Negroes that came over here in slave ships, that descend from slaves that came over here on slave ships. You're the real Jew, man. All right, Judah, all right, is going to be roused up in these last days. Let's get that, all right. That's Genesis 49. All right, Genesis 49. I'll get it like this, right? Genesis 49 and 9. It says Judah, which is you Negroes, all right? Y'all from the tribe of Judah. Y'all, that's where we get the word Jew from, all right? Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, all right? My son, thou art gone up, he is stooped down, all right? He is crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Yeah, Judah's being roused right now. Roused up right now. All right, into this civil war. It's going to be Jake against Esau, man. All right, and it's not going to be every, Edomite on one side and Judite on another side, But they're going to be all Americans, all right? And the Lord said He's going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, man. Civil war, great chaos, bro. Y'all people don't know what's getting ready. It goes in one ear and out the other. It's a time that this earth has never seen before that's getting ready to fall upon this earth. What you seeing right now is just scratching the surface. The Lord He's amping things up, but wait till it gets to a point where you people are like the scriptures say, like we read right here, that you people are going to be calling upon your false gods, right? You're gonna be seeking to the charmers, like it says right here. You're gonna be looking for people that do witchcraft and wizards. That you're gonna be looking for answers, right? Trying to call up, looking for people that's gonna call it, so you can look for answers, right? People that call upon spirits and stuff like that. You're gonna be looking for all types of answers. That you're gonna go to another extent to be looking. You're gonna call upon spirits and all that. Your false gods and all that. You people are gonna be bugged out here, man. What does Jeremiah 30:7 say? It's going to be a time that this earth has never seen before. All right. Matter of fact, let's get that in Daniel. All right, Daniel 12. All right, because all this is going into the time of Jacob's trouble as well. All right, Daniel 12:1, it says, and at that time Michael shall stand up. All right, that the great prince, which this is talking about Michael the archangel, right? And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Yeah, he's coming to save, all right, the elect, all right, the children of thy people, which is talking about the Israelites, all right. He's going to protect the elect, all right, from all this chaos in these last days, all right. The Lord's going to send the angels down here, man, to protect us, right, all right, in these last days, from the martial law, right, from the civil war, the great chaos and the famine that's getting ready to pop off, right? And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Yeah, he's coming to stand for the children of thy people, the Israelites, man. All right? And there shall be a time of trouble, all right, which is also known as the time of Jacob's trouble, all right, which is Jeremiah 30:7, right? All right, it's called the time of Jacob's trouble. The Jacob represents you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, very great trouble when chaos is getting ready to fall upon you Negroes, you Latinos, and Native Americans. But the elect, the 1/3, shall be saved out of it. All right, and you 2/3, all right, you 2/3 Israelites, you 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you were predestined to not be delivered out of this chaos. All right. You're going to fall and be destroyed amongst this chaos, this hell, this famine, this martial law, this civil war and race riots that's about to pop off. You're going to die in the midst of all of this, man. You 2/3 I'm talking about. The elect is going to be saved and delivered out of this. All right, and we're reading it right here. All right, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, the Israelites, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So there's getting ready to fall. What's getting ready to fall upon this earth, especially here in America, is something that this earth has never seen before. All right, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Yeah, the Israelites, the elect, the 1/3, the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord. Everyone that shall be found written in the book, all right, the book of life, all right, and Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, I am of that number, all right, and it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake. Dust represents confusion, all right, they're going to come out of this confused state and come back to the Lord, all right. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake, some to everlasting life, all right, and some to shame and everlasting contempt, all right. Because also some people are gonna, when Yahweh Shai returns, a lot of people are gonna wake up out of their graves, right, so they could get beamed up, all right, into the chariot, so they could be saved. And some people are gonna wake up out of their graves just so they could be destroyed again by the nuclear missiles, all right. And I think that's also written in the book of John, the 5th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. All right, John 5:28, that's also written in. All right. All right. But let's also get, this is 2nd Ezra 15. And as you see right here, the book of 2nd Ezra. All right, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And this is, I start at the 14th verse. So this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world. All right, the word woe means destruction. All right, so destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. Yeah, so all you people that dwell upon this earth, destruction unto you. And that's what's getting ready to pop off. All right, verse 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Yeah, it draweth nigh. It's very, very close. And you see it happening right now, bro. Your destruction, all right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's going into the civil wars. The civil wars, the race wars, and race riots. All right? We read earlier in Isaiah 19, I shall set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, civil war. All right, and it's another verse right here. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. The modern day sword is the gun. All right, we see this man right here. Look, all right, he you see talking about, you know, because you got the ICE, man. All right, the ICE, you know, that killed that unarmed woman. Now you got Jake rising up, civil war, man. Egyptian against Egyptians, man. All right, with the sword, it says with swords in the hands. You see the sword in his hand right now, the gun. All right, the sword just represents weapons, man. The modern day sword is the gun. All right, people are shit. You are gonna have people with actual swords in their hands. Shoot, machetes, nunchucks, all that shit, whatever, man. All types of guns, ARs, like you see this man right here, shotguns, right? You know, what's that one weapon called? With you got the chain with the spike ball at the end, right? All types of weapons, bro. And Esau about to come with some type of technology that has never been seen or heard of and turn all y'all into juice. Mist. All right? Because you think you're going to come at Esau with his blessing, which was the sword? Right? Your little shotgun ain't going to do shit. You're going to get evaporated with this. All right? All right? So it says, for their sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Who? They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, you know, they're not going to regard their kings nor princes. Yeah, you know, because they're going to be coming after the king. All right, the president. All right, nigga gonna die, probably gonna commit suicide. All right, because President Trump is Nero. Right, President Trump is Nero. Right. All right. And how did Nero die? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think maybe he killed himself. All right. Did Emperor Nero, hold up. How did Nero die? All right. It says Emperor Nero died by suicide. Yeah. All right. He killed himself. All right. So, you know, before the people could get to him, he probably going to kill himself, man. All right. Like we're reading right here. All right. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes. All right. So it says Emperor Nero died by suicide in 68 AD after being declared a public enemy. All right. Don't you see that happening to Donald Trump? Right. All right, a public enemy by the Roman state. And America is Rome all over again. All right, fleeing Rome and facing imminent capture. All right, he asked a freedman to help him plunge a dagger into his neck as guards approached, uttering his famous last words, Qualis artifex pereo. All right, which means what an artist I am in my death. His death ended the Julio-Claudian dynasty. And triggered a short civil war known as the Year of the Four Emperors. Yeah, if you learn about the Year of the Four Emperors, there was 4 emperors that took place within 1 year. All right, during the ancient Roman Empire. All right, which that was part of the first 12 emperors. All right, let's go back. All right, so you know. This all sounds like it's getting all ready to happen again, man. Because there's nothing new under the sun. All right. Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. All right. So it says, for their sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, that they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, going into the martial law. All right, because these the cities are going to be blocked off, roadblocks. All right, you're not going to be able to escape this martial law because you're going to try to escape, but it's not going to be nowhere to go. The cities are going to be blocked off. All right, you're not going to be able to go into another city and escape. All right, it says, for because of their pride, and America is the most prideful kingdom in the world. All right, and Esau, Edom, is the most prideful man in the world. All right, in Esau, Edom, in America being his empire, being the modern day Edom, in the modern day Basra. All right, this is the most prideful place of America is the most prideful kingdom in the world. The people of this place are so proud, man. All right. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right, and a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Going into that civil war, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods for the lack of bread, that famine popping off, and for great tribulation. That's what's getting ready to pop off. Very great tribulation. All right. Oh man, you people have no idea what was coming, bro. What's coming? All right. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying or was edifying. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazai, this lesson is edifying, man. Should put fear in your heart. You elect. It should have you wanting to come back to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. But you niggas still out there, you acting like, man, you people have no faith in the Most High. You people have no idea that this is the truth, man. You you listen, right? You watch these videos, right? But you still nonchalant, man. Still eating your pork, still getting your tattoos and smoking bud, right? Still loving Esau, right? Goes in one ear out the other. Only the elect about to come back, man. All you other two, just because you watch these videos don't mean nothing, man. You got to really believe what we telling you and come back and fear Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right? The elect, this is going to put fear in the heart of the elect, in the spirit of the elect. All right? These lessons, this word we teach, when they hear it, oh man, I gotta get right. And the Lord, Donald Trump talking about invoking he said right here, I will institute, what he say right here? I will institute the Insurrection Act. And the scriptures talk about what? That great insurrection, right? Let's get it. Chapter 16, right? Around the 7th verse. All right. All right. Verse 17, verse 70, chapter 16, second Esdras, chapter 16, second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 70, and there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Because that's who they really after in the end all be all. They're looking for the men of the Lord. All right. Because what do the scriptures say? All right. When you read Revelation 12, right? Revelation 12 and 12. All right. Esau knows he has nothing but a short time. All right. Is it Revelation 12 and 12? Yeah. All right. Revelation 12 and 12. All right. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Yeah. We also read that in second Esdras, the 15th chapter. We just read that. All right. Woe to the earth and them that dwell therein. Right? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. For the devil, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, is come down upon unto you, you Negroes and you Latinos and Native Americans, all right, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has nothing but a short time. Yet Esau, Edom, the so-called white men, starting with the elites, all right, they know that their rulership of this planet Earth is coming to an end, that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is coming back to bring them down and to enslave them. All right, so he's getting ready to come upon you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, Esau, Edom, all right, with very great wrath. He's trying to take down as many as he can with him before the Lord comes back, man. So he's getting ready to come upon you with very great wrath, man. All right, Esau, Edom, all right, and that's who they're really after, the elect, all right, the true prophets and the servants of the Lord. All right, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon them, that those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. Yeah, these martial law troops. All right, they're gonna be like madmen, crazy. All right, psychotic men. All right, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, it says, verse, I'm gonna skip to 74. All right. Hear, O ye my beloved, save the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Yeah. All right. That also goes into Jeremiah 30:7, the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. The days of trouble are at hand, but the Lord said he shall deliver. All right. The elect. All right. The 1/3, the true prophets and the servants of the Lord. All right. But I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. This is a comfort scripture. All right? It's a comfort scripture. When I read this, I feel good. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is your God. All right? You got to believe that. All right? You know? So, look, ooh, 144. 144. All right? That's the spirit, bro. Ooh, the Lord showed me that. Ooh. All right? So, Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Raptazai. This lesson is edifying, or was edifying. All right. And with that being said, call Halalyam, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. All right. On to the next one. Shalom, shalom.